Yeah, definitely Michael Dunlop wants to win this one after what happened in the last 250 race, so that's a superb start there for, I think that's Keith Moore off the line.
Moore gets a flyer, so the Scotsman absolutely flying down along the coast road for the first and opening lap. Michael Dunlop we're on board with, and looking back, that'll be a picture he wants to see, all of them behind him.
Yeah, that's superb. I mean, there's no one better to put an onboard camera with, and a superb. Keith Moore's round the corner. Steve Plater's in there again. Look, there's a lot of boys coming on through there now.
A little bit tentative there at the moment while they get some heat in their tyres as they blast up towards the Mill Road roundabout now. We're on board again with Keith Moore. Michael Dunlop, worth mentioning, of course, he won at Tandragee, the Tandragee 100, and beat Moore and Farquhar in his first ever four-stroke win. So Michael Dunlop comes off of hot form to the northwest.
No, Michael is coming here full of confidence. We know he's a pretty confident young rider. He has definitely matured. He's riding superb. And I mean, that was his first ever four-stroke win just a couple of weeks ago at the Tandragee 100.
Another aside as well, Keith Moore, the Scotsman, of course, front row last year, but no podiums. He's going to try and make amends for that. Look at the wind, blowing the windsock all over the place. Really difficult at station when you're picking up the wind for the first time in this race.
Yeah, I mean, when you get on the road now and they're going flat out towards Coleraine, where there's very little shelter, the bikes will no doubt blow from side to side, but that doesn't matter to Keith Moore, and Steve Plater's hard on the case as well. Yeah,
factory machine against Keith Moore's machine. Of course, in Supersport rules, there's not a lot you can do to make these bikes any better except pick up a big slipstream, and that was the biggest.
Yeah, Keith Moore's team have put a lot of work into getting that 600 machine right, but it'll make no difference because there's Michael Dunlop up front on number 11.
Is it me, or are there more motorcycles per square inch than has ever been around the Northwest 200 track? I've got to tell you, it's so close, and there's waves of them going on around the outside there on the 18 bike.
And there's Michael Rutter, who's usually an up front man at the Northwest 200 on the Mill Sport 600 Yamaha.
Having a bit of a struggle. Well, he's got to be in the thick of it if he's going to win it, that's for sure. And at the moment, I don't think I've seen so many bikes stuck together over the link into the Ballysally roundabout. I think it's just always a fantastic race of Supersports. And we've got a long way to go in this yet. They're only just settling down, getting everything loosened up on the opening lap.
And this is a replay coming into the Magic roundabout, which shows really how equal all machines are.
Right out on the hard shoulder as well. One of the riders can't quite pick up who it is. Here's Bruce Anstey on the 5 bike at the moment. John McGuinness behind him on the number 2, then Steve Plater on the number 1. These three stuck together. It's going to be hectic. York hairpin again. Michael Dunlop on the 11 is away.
Michael definitely does have potential for this, but I believe there's 12 guys out there who all have potential to win. You know, they're past winners, previous winners,
and future winners. Number 1, Steve Plater. He's a man that has caught the winning bug on the HM Plant Honda. Behind him, his teammate for the weekend, John McGuinness.
I think they have, listening to the boys in the paddock, you know, Steve has had quite a few laps on this Supersport machine to get settled into the Northwest because he wants 3, 4, 5 wins here today.
Well, he substituted in the early round of the British Superbike Supersport race on that machine as well as the Australian that was coming across to ride it couldn't get the necessary visa requirements to get into the UK, so Steve's had a bit of a peek preview of what this bike's capable of doing. Meanwhile, a bit more slipstreaming.
There's Bruce Anstey. Bruce Anstey's taking full effect of the hole in the air that Steve Plater has put there, but again, I think these bikes are pretty even. We should see Steve Plater pulling back out of the slipstream again, and then it's hard on the brakes for sorry, for the link road up to the roundabout.
I'll tell you what, the one thing that I'm always impressed with are the revs that Supersport bikes pull. You think the Superbike revs, these things get out to like 16,000 RPM. The Yamahas absolutely scream till they break your eardrums.
Look at that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 bikes all trying to get stopped for the link road.
Ryan Farquhar in amongst them as well.
Ryan Farquhar has a point to prove in this. I mean, he rode pretty hard in the last Superbike race on a super stock, and his bike should be competitive here. And I think it's about 4 or 5 years ago from Ryan won the Supersport 600 class here.
Not sorted themselves out yet, that's for sure. Keith Moore is on the 20 machine, right in the thick of it there as well. Through the Ballysally round. There's a little bit of sun out this side of the track, and looking up into the sky, look at that, it looks leaden, doesn't it? The rain is definitely coming.
Up alongside.
Oh! Alistair Seeley just clipped the back of somebody there. Somebody was stalled in the middle of the track, and Alistair Seeley's gone down. Alistair Seeley, that is a big off, well over 100 miles an hour. That motorcycle is going to be a mess. Red flag, and I'm not surprised to see that. Well, I don't know who Alistair Seeley clipped, but whoever it was going steady in the middle of the track. Must have been a machine fault, and Alistair Seeley caught him.
I think it looked like the back of Keith Moore's machine, yes.
It was.
The back of Keith Moore's machine. Obviously, he's had a cutout. Something's went wrong.
Oh, look at that machine going down the track. Tell you what, very lucky, Alistair Seeley, that he went down the verge on the grass, the soft bit.
Yeah, I mean,
there he is going down the road there. That's the body of...
that's the onboard camera there from William Dunlop picking up the lot.
And again, we see Alistair Seeley could do nothing about that at all. That was a bad accident. Well,
let's hope he's all well and there's no injuries.
Well, we'll bring you a report about that as soon as we've got it. They red flagged it immediately. Well, as the clouds move over the coast road, I can tell you that Alistair Seeley is absolutely okay. Not taking any part in this rerun, that's for sure. So, we're under starters' orders for the second time. Who's it going to be this time? And again, it's Keith Moore on the 20 bike. The Scotsman gets a... Well, he's even got enough time to look to his left.
Yeah, but he hasn't got in fast enough because Michael Dunlop has just went right round the outside.
You might think Keith Moore might just be a little bit steady at the moment and worry about who might hit him after Alistair Seeley did that just half an hour ago. Down towards the York hairpin. Michael Dunlop is being chased by Steve Plater.
Steve wants to get a good start this time. He was slightly slow off the line the last time, but Michael Dunlop has done another superb start, so this boy is determined to get a result today.
And we're on board with William Dunlop, looking at John McGuinness, of course, on the other HM Plant bike that hasn't got such a good start at this moment in time. Up towards the Mill Road roundabout then. Oh, Dunlop versus Plater.
Oh, he's getting twisted up slightly there, but I mean, it's superb, it's unreal, the action we're getting from these onboard cameras.
Bruce Anstey mired right back there as well, as is Michael Rudder. That's Michael Rudder on the white leathers, unfamiliar colours, of course, on the Northwest 200, or the number 200, I should say, motorcycle.
Yeah, well, Michael knows he obviously got a bad start the last time. He was well back on the grid, so to be honest, he's actually done well to be up there because he did start at the back row of the grid.
Station corner, and Steve Plater has nipped past Michael Dunlop. That HM Plant Honda looked pretty fast here at station corner, and that looks to me like William Dunlop that we're coming up behind there as well.
There's Rand Falkner going to benefit from the slipstream of both those machines.
Big slipstream coming in. I wonder we're getting a bit of camera break-up. I'm not surprised at 160, 70 miles an hour down towards University.
I mean, if there's also one man who wants to win this race, it is Rand Farquhar, and he's slipping in between those two Hondas.
Ryan Farquhar, the meat in the sandwich at the moment, and absolutely, how many motorcycles are there on this piece of tarmac? This is incredible. It's more like